Sun Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. It's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSPTV and the Standard Speaker.
It seems like a good deal, and an energy company sponsoring a high school class, but the company does fracking, which some think harms the environment. Hazleton area's fracking dilemma, our top story on News 13 for this Friday. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kathy Bazinski. Should high school students have a class sponsored by an energy company that promotes fracking? That's the question the Hazleton area school board has to weigh. A gas drilling company that does hydraulic fracturing wants to sponsor a course about future careers in the industry. But as Matthew Petrillo tells us, that had some parents squawking.
There's a lot of concern about the gas industry.
Thursday night's Hazleton School Board meeting drew some worried parents about a new course. The course is supposedly designed by Junior Achievement, but the materials used in the course are funded by fracking giant Cabot Oil.
My concern is that it is an industry that a lot isn't known about yet.
For instance, oil and gas companies do not have to disclose what chemicals they use to inject into the ground during fracking, and for years they maintained it was safe. But recently, the EPA announced fracking polluted the water supplies for at least 161 Pennsylvania homes and businesses between 2008 and 2012. Including some from Cabot. The concerned parents say the fracking industry is notorious for a lack of transparency, and they say that also carried over in Cabot's attempt to sponsor the course.
And it looks like a lot of board members don't know the extent of Cabot's involvement in it.
For one, the meeting's agenda said Cabot's employees would teach 3 of the 7 units in the course. But Superintendent Francis Antonelli said that information was incorrect. He said volunteers from Junior Achievement would actually be the ones teaching the class.
Not necessarily energy industry, gas industry people.
Well, is the volunteer from Junior Achievement happen to be a gas industry person? Cabot, Chesapeake Bay, there's several. I mean, they're 2 of the biggest ones we have in the state. So, who is that person? Who is that volunteer?
But the board couldn't answer that, or answer what was in the materials Cabot was paying for.
I don't know if they have an agenda. That's what we're going to find out.
So the board motioned to table it until they get more information. Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Hazleton.
A Freeland man behind bars tonight after being slapped with numerous counts of child pornography. This is Ryan Affronti, who was arraigned by Magistrate Dixon this afternoon. He's facing numerous charges, including possession of child pornography, sexual assault of a minor, providing alcohol to minors, and other counts. Affronti allegedly requested nude pictures of 2 females, aged 16 and 17, as well as sent pictures of his genitals to both those girls. He allegedly provided alcohol to a 13-year-old female as well. Affronti is behind bars tonight on $200,000 bail. He'll be back in court September 8th. An 18-year-old Hazleton man has pleaded guilty in the beating death of a man just over a year ago. Michael Detus admits he helped beat 29-year-old Aaron Resnick to death. Investigators say that Detus and 20-year-old Breon Judon met Resnick with the intent of selling him crack cocaine, but the deal went bad and the pair beat him. Resnick was found unconscious near 10th and Carson Street last August. He died 9 days later at Lehigh Valley Hospital. Judon is facing an open count of criminal homicide. Detus will be sentenced in October on a charge of third-degree murder. Law enforcers have shut down a business for selling car parts illegally out of their garage in Hazleton. Code enforcement, HPD, and the fire department dropped by this business working anonymously out of a small garage on 20th and Emerald Court. Code enforcement says the owners of the business were buying car parts from salvage yards and selling them and shipping them to the Dominican Republic. The property owners were illegally selling the parts because they don't have the proper permits.
We were notified about it yesterday. We responded with the police department, fire department. Ultimately ended up towing the trailer that they had loaded these motors in. The business itself is illegal. They don't have a business license nor the proper zoning for down there, which they will be cited for, those 2. No, they won't be till they come in and get the proper zoning and what they need there.
And without those proper permits, the garage shut down till further notice. City of Hazleton is struggling to find closure to its 7-year legal battle over the city's proposed immigration ordinance. Christina Papa explains how city officials are calling on the nation's highest court to find a solution.
PR nightmare. There's all these stories about the city losing people because of our ordinance, and really It's absolutely wrong.
Hazleton Mayor Joe Yanuzzi is talking about the 7-year-long legal battle over the city's proposed illegal Immigration Relief Act.
We had went through the courts, we went through the district court, we went through the Third Circuit Court, and we were turned down twice, so we went to the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court then sent it back to the Third Court, who has declared the proposed laws unconstitutional.
The problem is the Eighth Circuit on the other side of the country had said that it was constitutional. And the Third Circuit says it's unconstitutional. So now we're in a process of asking the Supreme Court to rehear this and make a decision.
The Illegal Immigration Relief Act and rental registration ordinances that are still under scrutiny would stop landlords from renting to illegal immigrants and fine businesses that hire them. The city has been paying their legal fees through donations from local public defenders and private parties. So far, they've received over $400,000 worth of contributions. Back in May, the city received a hefty $50,000 donation from the heir to a Texas real estate empire.
No, it hasn't cost the taxpayers much at all.
No matter the cost, the city will continue to fight this ongoing legal battle until they get a final answer.
But we need the Supreme Court to make that decision. They're the final say. Once they say it, it's over.
Christina Papa, News 13, Hazleton.
And still ahead on News 13, we've got a holiday weekend forecast that may dampen some of your plans. We'll tell you all about it in News 13 weather. But first, for decades, she sat serenely looking over one local community. Now, her perch finally has a name. We'll tell you all about it coming up on News 13. The statue of a mother high on top of a stone wall in Ashland welcomes everybody who enters the borough. It's been there for a century, and as Matthew Petrillo tells us, it's finally getting the recognition it deserves as a permanent piece of Schuylkill County history.
Rick Wetzel's family has been laying the stone around this statue of a mom in Ashland for a long time.
All the way back to my great-great-grandfather. So you're looking at about maybe 100 years.
And it's a business he plans to continue, passing down to future generations in his family.
I'm teaching to my boys, it's a lost art, stonework like this here, and it's, you know, it's all hammer. It's real stuff. We get the stones from up in the local mountains here, and we cut it, and things that are broken, we try to keep it up in the.
So when he heard a new borough resolution sought to dedicate the Mother's Memorial and get a permanent place in Schuylkill County history, he says he was thrilled. Now the resolution concludes that the landscaping and area that surrounds the Mother's Day Memorial will forever be known as the Welcome Home Plaza. And the reason for that is simple. They wanted the address of the statue, which is between Chestnut and Market Streets, to permanently be known as the Mother's Memorial at the Welcome Home Plaza.
This was during the WPPA PA days, okay, right during the Depression, to give the people work, and it's been here, and it's only one in the whole world like it.
On Saturday, the annual ABA parade will be held at noon, followed by the ceremony to dedicate the historical marker at 3 p.m.
It's a tradition in Ashland as long as I can remember here, and you couldn't look forward to the ABA parades and big, you know, community enterprise. Everybody got together, and it was just a day of having fun, you know, and remembering what the town was for.
Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Ashland.
Well, the road closed for construction had plenty of people making U-turns today. Route 309 in Hazel Village was closed today as contractors from Norfolk Southern worked to repair a rail crossing. The asphalt surrounding the railroad near the highway on-ramps wasn't up to standard, so crews had to go back and smooth it out. Plenty of motorists have been complaining about the large bump in the road, and today drivers ran into more problems when they had to turn around at the construction site.
Pretty bad. You know, they needed to be done, so they got to do what they got to do. We got to go around now, go out of our way and waste time. They should have a sign down below more stating that the road's closed up above.
Yeah, drive 3 miles with no sign.
What are you going to do?
That's true, but the good news is workers on scene tell News 13 the road should be complete by tonight. And it's time now for our regional weather from the National Weather Service. Checking the radar. Even though the morning clouds have burned off, the sun has come out. Still a chance of plenty of, you can see right up there they go, some pop-up thunderstorms. Unfortunately, it's how it's going to be right through the holiday weekend. Our creative condition, the surf is definitely up. It's by Jairo Perez, student at Hazelton Elementary Middle School, and he's drawn a great day at the beach with some serious surfing going on. Perfect way to close out the summer. Now let's take a look at News 13 weather from the National Weather Service for Greater Hazelton. For tonight, it'll be mostly cloudy with, as you saw, isolated showers and thunderstorms during the overnight with a low down to 64 degrees. On Saturday, partly sunny. Guess what? Scattered showers and thunderstorms mainly after about noon tomorrow with the high up to 77. Scattered showers and thunderstorms at night with a low around 66. Heading on over to Schuylkill County for tonight, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, a low around 64. And for Saturday, partly sunny with afternoon showers and thunderstorms likely, a high near 83. Those showers and thunderstorms will continue through the evening with a low around 65 degrees. Well, local law enforcers are sending a serious message this weekend. Enjoy the holiday, but don't drink and drive. They want everybody to enjoy their Labor Day weekend, but they've given fair warning there will be DUI checkpoints just about everywhere. Luzerne County DUI Task Force will be out in force. Roving DUI checkpoints will be moving through all of Greater Hazelton and Lower Luzerne County. They are also scheduled for 44, Wright Township, Plains Township, Laughlin, Swoyersville, Dallas Borough, and Harveys Lake Borough. Law enforcers say while consequences are severe, the effort is all about saving lives.
To be cautious when going out this weekend. Enjoy your holiday. It'll be a beautiful weekend, but think twice when you want to get into the car after drinking and making sure that you maintain a proper speed and wearing your seatbelts. We are monitoring the roads and having many checkpoints out. We just want to emphasize that we are here to make sure that everyone's safe and everybody enjoys a great Labor Day.
Again, the bottom line, but have fun, but know your limits or have a designated driver. And let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you play. The daily 051, Big 4 8653, Quinto 89489. And the treasure hunt, 7, 12, 16, 17, 18. Hope you won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news for us tonight. Happy anniversary to Sam and Deb Lassant. This wish comes from your family, friends, and everyone here at SSPTV. They celebrate their anniversary on Saturday. Also tonight, happy birthday to Barbara Preta Freeland. She celebrates on Labor Day from Aunt Sue. And our Talk of the Town report for tonight, a sports and celebrity memorabilia auction will be held Wednesday, October 2nd at 7 p.m. at the Diamond United Methodist Church in Hazelton. Sponsored by the Hazelton Enlarged Ministry, a $2 donation includes refreshments. Plenty of items will be available by calling 570-454-4661. And finally, Nesquik State Park will be holding an event, Wild Mushrooms of PA, Sunday, September 29th. Join Dave Wasilewski, a member of the Wyoming Valley Mushroom Club, for an informative program. Registration is required by calling 570-403-2006. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Teresa M. Vaccaro, formerly of Hazelton. Funeral will be held privately from the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Charles F. Baum, Jr. of Hazelton. Services will be held privately from the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Helen T. Komosinski of West Hazelton. Mass is Saturday at 9:30 a.m. in the Holy Name of Jesus Parish at Transfiguration Church. Friends may call at the church from 8:30 to 9:30. Arrangements are under the direction of the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Carol J. Bellinghausen of West Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. And Joseph Dutzer of Zion Grove. Arrangements will be announced by the Damiano Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazelton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Doves of White, serving Schuylkill and surrounding counties, call 570-205-1597.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr. and Ron Marchetti.
Well, among the nearly 24 high school sports that are available out there, it's an undeniable fact. High school football kind of brings out the best in everybody. It seems communities and schools and everybody, the alumni, seem more fired up for the start of the football season. And so tonight is your night, the kickoff of the 2013 Scholastic football season from the Ohio border to the New Jersey border and everywhere in between. But right here in northeastern Pennsylvania, well, locally, all eyes focused on the Hazleton area Cougars. Question: can the Cougars bounce back after what was a dreadful season where they won just 1 of 10 games? I think they're going to do much better than that. So it starts tonight. There you see Scranton in town. This is a team that just made things ugly for the Cougars on opening night a year ago up in Lackawanna County. I don't think it's going to happen that way again. Now, that doesn't mean Scranton might not win the game. I think Hazleton will have their hands full with Scranton again tonight, but this could be a bellwether game. You get an idea if the Cougars are a better team than they were last year. A 5-5 season is not out of the question, and that would be pretty good to get back to the 500 mark after the last 3 seasons of Cougar football. We'll wait and see. Meanwhile, the Berwick Bulldogs, well, I think they're going to be very tough this year. George Curry starts his second year and his second go-around, and with Curry at the helm for a full year, I think the Bulldogs will look like, well, the Berwick Bulldogs. Coughlin is where Hazleton will be next week. They'll have an easy game tonight up in Tunkhannock. Dallas and Wyoming Valley West, well, maybe that would have been something a couple of years ago. Not this year. Valley West should have no problem there. Williamsport Central Mountain. Williamsport is the only team the Cougars beat last year. They were 0-10. So keep your eye on the Millionaires tonight, and let's see if they're on a rebound. And hey, Delaware Valley knocked off Parkland last year. They're going to be hard-pressed to do it again this year. That game down in the Lehigh Valley. Let's go to the Schuylkill League, where North Schuylkill Shenandoah Valley is always an interesting game. Pottsville Shamokin, they've been playing that one for a long, long time. That's at Kemp Memorial Stadium tonight. Thorpe is at Tamaqua, and you can see Nativity. They're hosting New Hope and Lehighton and Marion. What kind of year are the Stan Dukoski-led Colts going to have? I'm going to bet pretty good. This is going to be a tough game. Lehighton, a AAA team. Marion, a single-A power. Meta-Marion Stadium, always one of the great high school sport venues throughout the greater Hazleton area. Tomorrow, Schuylkill Haven is at Wyomissing, Wyoming area. Scranton Prep, so we'll see what happens. Cross country today. Tamaqua's in the Moravian Invitational tomorrow. The Cougars and a host of others will be in the Cliff Robbins Invitational up in the Wyoming Valley. Field hockey, the Lady Cougars start their season at Lackawanna Trail tonight. There are your golf matches today. Soccer getting underway full blast. The Cougars are in Lehighton, and in girls soccer, Wyoming Valley West Hazleton. That's a good one to start the season. Volleyball, North Pocono and MMI, and there is your tennis schedule. We've got it all on this first day of the high school sports season, and you gotta love it. Yesterday, Crestwood shut out MMI in straight sets. In boys soccer, MMI, they nipped Weatherly. And let's go back to tennis. Tamaqua, Jim Thorpe. Didn't see that one on there. Tamaqua, the girls won that one against Jim Thorpe. Of course, the Penn State Nittany Lions. They get things started tomorrow. It'll be in the Meadowlands at MetLife. I still call it Giant Stadium. They'll be taking on Syracuse, so all eyes will be there. It's Temple and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Enjoy sports. Whether you're going to that football game tonight at Harmon Geist or enjoy the college games, it's that time of year. Have a good one, folks. Tonight's sports is brought to you by Mountain Speedway. Here's a look at this weekend's action. It's going to be busy. The racing will begin at 6, so plenty of action this Saturday. Just $10 for grandstand admission. Kids under 10 are free, and if you're active military or a senior, you get a $2 discount. There's the website and the phone numbers. You could call them and get all the information on the excitement of racing down at Mountain Speedway.
The last Friday night in August is here, and so is football season. Hi, everybody. It's game night. Scranton is at Hazleton. Lehighton is at Marion. And if you are going to Harmon Geist Memorial Field tonight, on your way into the stadium, check out these programs. All color. And the cover this season will change for every home game with the date of the game, the teams playing, which will make these babies collectible. The Quarterback Club's best ever. I feel very confident that these will sell out long before kickoff. Okay, short shots from this past week. Japan defeated California 6-4. to win the Little League World Series. Golfer Adam Scott opened the FedEx Cup playoffs with a win in Jersey City. NASCAR driver Matt Kenseth won in Bristol, Tennessee. A-Rod hit his 650th and 651st career home run, putting him 9 behind Willie Mays. And if he ties Willie Mays, he will get a $6 million bonus from the Yankees. Now, isn't that disgusting? Hopefully he won't do it, and he certainly won't do it next year if he is suspended. A 70-year-old golfer by the name of Ed Colley from Whitehaven shot a hole-in-one at Blue Ridge on Monday. Alfonso Soriano, who was trying to carry the Yankees on his back all by himself, hit his 400th career home run. Pitcher Randy Pettit won his 10th game this season, his 14th 10-win season for New York. Even Whitey Ford didn't do that. And let's not forget the 37 wins that Pettit had for Houston in 3 years. The Pittsburgh Pirates designated Russ Kanzler for assignment. That's not good, but it could turn out good if some team in the American League would pick him up. He has a better chance of being a designated hitter. Penn State opens with Syracuse in the Meadowlands tomorrow in the Kickoff Classic, and Notre Dame opens with Temple in South Bend. Texas A&M quarterback Johnny Football Manziel will be suspended for one half of the Aggies' first game against Rice. They won't miss so much in that one. The only question is, which half will he sit? So high school football season is about to start at 7 p.m. Let me leave you with my season's predictions, and this is only for fun. Hazelton area with 26 seniors will go 3-7. Marion Catholic 8-2, Penn State 9-3, and Notre Dame 8-4. Of course, that is all debatable. The only thing that I am sure of, all 5 Cougar home games will be on TV, and all 5 away games are not. Mother of God. Does that make any sense? I don't think so. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend, and I'll see you next Friday right here. Till then, be a good sport. Stay loose.
And plenty more news and information headed your way on News 13. A local school district pulls a program from its meeting agenda when questions about big energy funding come into play. That story and much more news when the 13 crew comes right back.